Mauri ora e te whānau, no mai hoki mai. Welcome back to the Practice Run, your frontline pass to the heart of sports action. Brought to you by 99 Dreams, inspiring others to chase their dreams. With your host, Rawiri, welcome back to Koirangi and sometimes our brother Vincent. We're diving deep into the thrilling world of the NRL and rugby league today, and who knows where the game will take us tomorrow. From the try line to the sideline, we've got you covered.
So strap in as we tackle the big plays, the game-changing moments, and the stories that define legends. Whether you're a seasoned vet or this is your first hit up, the Practice Run is for everyone. Every run, every tackle, every win, experience the rush with us.
With exclusive insights, couch analysis, and a touch of humour, the Practice Run is here to keep you entertained, informed, and part of our practice squad. Because here, every practice run takes us one step closer to glory.
The Practice Squad, where every listener is MVP, powering our play every episode, every day. We'd also like to give a shout out to 99 Dreams, our sponsor, for powering our passion. Now let's kick things off with today's lineup.
Yeah, well, hey, first of all, welcome back, brother. I hope you're feeling well. We can still hear you coughing in the background. But we're super glad that you're feeling a bit better and you're able to make the show today, man. So glad to have you here. What we've got on the show today, we're going to run through all of this weekend's teams, because the bro's a little bit under the weather. We're not going to throw any fancy new segments in there this week. We're just going to get into the brass tacks of things, get through our mahi, so the bro can rest up on this ANZAC day. We'll also give our bets for the weekend, and hopefully Parramatta doesn't kill my only chance of winning something from the TAB this year instead of just donating everything. And yeah, other than that, Whānau, hopefully it's a pretty straightforward show for us today. We thank you for your patience for putting up with just a solo show the other day. It was pretty tough, but I'm glad to have the bro back in the studio with me today. So welcome back, brother. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, we were slowly getting there. Pretty sure I had COVID for a little bit, but every test was coming up negative. So that's what you get when you go out drinking everybody weekend for a month, I guess, eh? But yeah, we're back. Hopefully I don't cough too much, but yeah, we'll try and make it through this show and see what we can do.
Committed to the kaupapa. It's all good if you cough, my man. I'll cut out as much of it as I can in post. But other than that, should we get back into it? I was like, to be honest, what I was going to do in the previous episode was just going to run back an old clip, paper, scissors, rock, and just cash up another win.
Should have.
It would have been quick. All right, Fada. So you know how it goes. It's paper, scissors, rock. Every episode we do this just to kickstart our show. It's just how you'd normally play. 1, 2, 3, shoot, paper, scissors, or rock. We shoot it off camera and then raise it up. And the winner, you'll just hear them going, yeah. All right, here we go, brother. 3, 2, 1, shoot. And up. Nice. There we go.
You know
paper
what?
beats rock.
To be honest, I just couldn't be bothered changing my position. So when I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing anything. It's staying there.
Gee, that happens sometimes. You two focus on the 1, 2, 3, and you're down. And you're like, fuck, it's still a rock. Come back up.
You just have to hope for those ones. I was like, I'm not changing.
That's how we end up with those series of just going rock for so long because I forget to change it.
Yeah.
I seen on the morning shift, they brought up stories of what's the worst thing you've lost on a paper, scissors, rock bet. Someone lost their whole inheritance. Like, bro, why would you be so confident in yourself betting on your whole inheritance? Cuzzy. It's Momo.
Not it, bro.
That's Momo.
Good now.
Man, so it's ANZAC Day. Did you get up and go to any dawn services today?
No, I did not. It's probably best that I didn't. Figured I'd just stay in bed this one. But yeah. What about you, bro?
Yeah, man, we like to get up nice and early and get out to those ANZAC services. So if you see me out in Waitara at our local one, I'm not going to New Plymouth, man. That's way too far. I don't care. So I'm up for it, but I'm not making that much of an effort. I'm going to my local one, man. I'm not going to the big one. That's enough. And so, what is the saying? That as they grow old, um, or as we grow old, they will never grow old, or something like that. And it's just we will remember them. That's all I remember from these dawn services. So a little bit tired today. We're a bit rattled, but mate, we got 3 games of footy today. That's one thing I love about Anzac Day is we always got plenty of footy to keep us busy. And in a couple of hours, we've got the Warriors kicking off. So I guess we'll dive straight into that game. Look, the Warriors probably have the only Anzac jersey, really, because their jersey commemorates both the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, whereas all the Australian ones just do Australian-based bullshit. They don't actually commemorate any of the New Zealand soldiers or any of our efforts. So those are just AAC jerseys, where we actually have Anzac jerseys. We commemorate our Australian brothers, even though they don't give a fuck about us. So fucking up your ass. I hope you all lose. But anyway, over to the Warriors versus the Titans at Go Media Mount Smart Stadium. I'm pretty sure this is another sold out game. I think the only way you can get tickets at the moment is from resellers selling the tickets at like fucking $100, or you win a competition. That's the only way you're getting in. And it's the Titans, right? Like, we talked about this the other week. Super Rugby versus Rugby League. Bottom of the table versus the Warriors currently sitting at 10th place, still sold out. You get the Highlanders playing the Blues at Eden Park on the same night, you'll have everyone at the Warriors game, and you'll have maybe 15 season pass ticket holders at the Auckland Blues game. Shit is crazy over there. So we've got some key matchups here, a lot of injuries for the Titans, but they're still finding ways to make it work. I think the Titans have had 3 of their best performances in the past 3 weeks, when they scored 22 points versus the Cowboys, when they lost in Golden Point to the Raiders, and then losing by 4 points against Manly in the weekend just gone, in a very tough game. I thought the Titans deserved that game. Manly, obviously, they just know how to preserve the win and get over the line when it matters. For me, I think the momentum the Titans are building is enough to keep them competitive, at least in this game. And who knows? I think this, punters, if you're looking for a lazy bet, throw it on the Titans, because I think the Titans have the making in this game to create an upset. They played well enough, I thought, against the Manly Sea Eagles, who drew against the Warriors a few weeks ago. And the Warriors are coming off another loss to the Dragons, who are sort of a middle of the pack team. They're not, a top tier team. So what's going wrong with the Warriors? I put it down to the kick chase and their lack of urgency on offense. I think everyone's saying Roger Tuivasa-Sheck needs to be playing either the wing or fullback. I think you're wrong. He just needs to find ways to interject himself, like Joey Manu did in the second half of that Roosters Melbourne game. The first half, Joey was kind of just playing his centre role, just doing what he had to do on the centre. But in the second half, he was more of a roaming centre, taking up more of an opportunity to get out there and get an attack and get his hands on the ball a bit more. Sean Johnson last week looked like a man alone out there with the rest of the team sort of flailing about. Adam Fanua-Blake still puts up big numbers, but, the bro needs help. Jacob Laban, interesting enough, is getting the start this week with, what's his name, Kurt Capel out for this game. So it's going to be good to see the young fella out there. I've actually got him on my fantasy team. I've had him on my fantasy team since preseason. I loved what he was about in preseason. So seeing him get some big minutes today is going to be awesome. Over to you two, man. What's your thoughts on this game and any other news that you've heard about the Warriors?
Yeah, look, the Warriors, didn't look great at all last week. Their first 15, 20 minutes, though, they were on. And then that last 60, I don't know what the hell happened. And like you've been saying, Titans have been building nicely for a little bit. I just did a quick Google check to see which team had the worst start in NRL history. Apparently the Knights, bro, lost their first 13 games in 05.
Holy 13!
Yeah, it's great. Crazy. Because I wanted to see how close this Titans team was. And yeah, so they still got a long way. Apparently in this one, their worst start other than what they're currently on would have been an 0-4 start in 2019. But yeah, I also read something quickly on Google that if they were to win last week would have been it. I think there was something like 4 or 5 teams had got their first win by round 7. It was like they were all 0-6, and then round 7 was the one that got it. And it looked like they were going to get it, but just couldn't quite pull it up, and Manly won it. But look, I know you're talking about their betting and that if this is the game they're going to do it. Not saying that they can't. I just feel the Warriors at home plays a big part, and ANZAC Day, something special about to play with. And I think they've got a special. Are they doing a special service as well? Before the start of the game?
I think so.
Not too sure. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So and also the fact how they lost last week. I personally just can't see it. I think the Warriors want to put on the show at home after what they put up last week. This is the time to do it, but you never know, right? I thought the Warriors were going to win last week. They got smoked. So yeah, you just never know because the Titans are definitely trending in the right direction. But I just think the Warriors at home are just hard to beat. I know, man, they got that draw against Manly.
We thought that again against Manly, though. We
thought,
the Warriors at home, that's a sure thing. And then...
You never know. We might be creeping into that old territory of the Warriors, right? Where it's... you get the Warriors where you just don't know. You get the one that can literally smoke teams or the team that could get smoked. But that inconsistency might be creeping back in. But yeah, that's where I'm rolling with. Dude, what happened to Kurt Capewell? Do you know? I feel as though
let me take a quick look because
I feel as though that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I agree. Capel out. Let me have a quick look. So
is it concussion?
Capel out. Walker. Blah blah blah. Capel throat injury.
Oh.
So he's TBC.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting that because I don't know much about that Jacob Laban guy and.
He's good.
Who's this other newbie they got off their bench? How do you pronounce it? Is that Zion? Yeah.
Yeah, Zion Mau. He's actually not too bad as well. I watched him for pre-season, and I like what he does, man. He's a strong forward, gets that ball moving. Definitely what they're going to need against the Titans. Laban, he's just needed minutes, man. I've been calling for him for a long time. Just wanting to see him get some minutes just because my fantasy needs it. And maybe I could sell him off. It's good to see him out there. Tomale, a lot of people thought he could be pushing his way out into that starting side, but nah, man, this ain't the year for Tomale. He's got a long way to go because Mitch Barnett's having an origin-worthy season, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets picked. But also, yesterday it was announced that apparently the younger brother of Nathan Cleary, Jet Cleary, has signed to the Warriors. He is a young up-and-coming halfback from Penrith Panthers. He signed a 3-year contract, and a lot of people are saying, so the Warriors are just getting him first grade ready, so the Panthers can pick him back up in 3 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Fun fact about Jet, he has dual citizenship, so he's Kiwis eligible.
Is that because...
So if he performs well, born here.
Oh, yeah, thought so. Yeah.
So, if he's got a bit of love for the Wars and, doesn't feel like he'll get called up over Aussie, man, shit. Him in a black jersey would be pretty crack up, bro, watching the Clearys go at it. It'll be kind of like Mama Kelsey, how she's got Jason and Travi playing in two separate teams going head to head. I feel like that'll be pretty cool to see if that happens, but I highly doubt it. Also, I just realised Ethan Strange, he's Maori. He's the brother of Jasmine Strange, the winger that used to play for Newcastle, and now she plays for the Roosters, but she also plays for the Maoris. So Ethan Strange, yeah, he's one of us. Fucking true, mama. But last year, the Warriors won the first encounter against the Titans, 28-18, and then the Titans won the second encounter, 27-26. What are your predictions for this game?
I'm rolling with the Warriors. I'll go in a close one. Final score, let's go with 24-20 to the Warriors.
Nice. See, the only reason I picked the Warriors last week was so the Dragons would win. You know that whole theory, remember? Like, every time I pick the Dragons to win, they lose. Every time I pick them to lose, they win. So I put them on the TAB to win, but picked them on the podcast to lose. So that's the logic moving forward. Let's see how it goes with the Wars. I'm going to actually go Warriors, again, close one. I think maybe, to be honest, it could be either way, but I'm thinking the score will probably be 30-26. And that could be either team, but I'm going with the Warriors marginally. For the punters, Titans, mate. Put your money on the Titans. They could cause an upset here, and, you know, they need to. They need to get the monkey off the back. Get one win on the board and then lose the rest of the games. Moving on, 6:05 New Zealand time at Allianz Stadium. Apparently, it's a home game for the Dragons as they take on the Sydney Roosters. I fucking hate the Roosters, so I'm going to pick the Roosters to win this game, just based off of that theory I just previously talked about. Lomax is shifted back onto the wing after a bloody wicked game at centre last week, which seen him grab, I think, max points for Dally M to put him at the top of the Dally M table, where he rightly deserves to be. And, you know, I said it a few weeks ago, him and Mulitalo probably going to be our Dally M wingers of the year this year. So sad to see him back on the wing, but man, stoked for him. He's having a great season, and I think it's going to be bittersweet for Dragons fans to see him go. I would have loved to have seen him match up against Joey Manu. That would have been a wicked battle, man. That would have been an awesome battle to watch. But yeah, sadly, he's going to be on the wing. I hope he actually gets picked for New South Wales and, you know, plays on the wing for them, because I reckon he'd add a solid dynamic. Jennings is back into the team again, pushing Suali out onto the wing. Bro, he's having a pretty good comeback season, eh? Do you reckon he could kind of come down as like a comeback player of the year, Michael Jennings?
Is it Jennings? Old man Jennings. Yeah, man. I mean, everyone probably thought his career was over, right? And then gets just a trial at the Roosters and goes super well. And look at him now. Yeah. Yeah, he'll be definitely up there. I think he'll be up there with my dude, Cherry.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it has to be between him and Cherry, right?
The two what druggy? Hey man, look, they paid the price for it.
Hey, hard out. You can't say any more than that. Yeah. But yeah, Jaden Sewer is also having a great season this year. He had an awesome game last week, I thought. Raymond Faitala-Mariner, he's also having a great season with the Dragons here. This Eisenhuth, man, he was playing wicked last week against the Warriors. I enjoyed what he was doing. And yeah, Jack de Bellin off the bench, such a serviceable player. What I haven't enjoyed about the Roosters, and I think this is what might have messed them up last week, is their rotations. I'm not sure what's up with their rotations. Some weeks, May's getting max minutes out there, and some weeks he's getting 20 minutes. Brandon's coming off, and he's out on the field for 55 minutes. I don't know. You know, the coach knows obviously better than me. Fuck. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what has got this Roosters season, which, you know, started so promising, thumping the Broncos over in Las Vegas, to now they're kind of floundering like a bloody, what do you call it? A duck above water, you know. Above water it's fine, but down below it's just kicking. Yeah. So I'm not too sure what the Roosters need to do. to get themselves sorted. But I think they're, 2 rounds away from the return of Spencer Leniu. So that's something that could help spark a bit of fire back in the belly of these Sydney Roosters. But to be honest, I couldn't give a fuck. I hate these pricks. Let me run over some key stats. So last year, 19th of May, the Dragons beat the Roosters 24-22. And then on ANZAC Day last year, 1 point. Who do you think got it?
1 point. I'm going to go with Walker.
I think he did. And yeah, put the Roosters over. I was just saying the team.
Oh, I just figured I just remember Walker hitting a few last year.
Let's have a look. Yeah, Carey. Carey hits it in the 73rd minute. So I went to Golden Point. No, it didn't. He beat it just before Golden Point. So yeah, can we expect another close one this weekend? Probably, to be honest. Like the way the Dragons are playing, and the way the Roosters have been playing, I think it could be a game well worth the price of attendance. What are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, look, I have to give props to the Dragons. Hey, props where props is due. I had them to win the wooden spoon. Well, I was hoping they would anyway. But they're proving everyone wrong, and they're playing like a playoff team or a top 8 team. So got to give props to them. Give props to the coach, Shane Flanagan. I mean, he's a premiership winning coach. They don't come around too often. There's not many of them. And I think he's just showing his class, because there's not much has changed in terms of personnel between this team and the team from last year. Like, just looking at the starting team, right, the only one I can think of is Kyle Flanagan and Faitala Mariner, and that's because they were at the Bulldogs. But other than those two, most of the team, Manu Brown, he was with us as well for a little bit. But what, like three players, that's all you change? And it's a whole new team, right? So everyone's playing good. Zach Lomax, he has to be there or thereabouts for Origin. Tyrell Sloan, he's kind of cooled off lately, but he's still a good player. So yeah, he's clearly implementing his style and how they want to play, and they're what's the word? Buying into it clearly, because they are looking like a team, and you have to bring your A game to the Dragons now, and if you don't, you're going to get your ass handed to you like the Warriors did. In terms of the Roosters, I don't know, they're just super up and down for me. Can't get a read on them. I don't know. I'm looking at their team, and Sui Wong's on the bench. I don't know who gives Brandon Smith a spell. That's my only worry about their bench. Is like last week it was Zach Docker Clay.
Yeah.
So are they gonna ask Brandon Smith to play 80? Which I think in a couple of weeks he will be, but his fitness is looking pretty fine. To me, he's been one of the better players. So I wouldn't be surprised if Connor Watson goes to full 80 and he has minutes at 9. And then one of the ones off the bench goes to 13. But,
no, that makes more sense.
Yeah, look, no Daniel Tupou for the Roosters, so it's a big one. And this is Dom Young's first game back, right? After he put old Blake Taft to sleep. Ratchet guy. Yeah, it must be, because I don't remember seeing him last week,
Nah, and he's all part of the ins. Dom Young, Sam Walker, and Suya Wong.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Kiri and Walker. We're going to see how it goes. I keep talking about it. When they're together, they don't do that great.
So that might actually influence my pick.
Could do you. Because I feel as though if there's a time that the Dragons are going to beat the Roosters, it would be this game. I feel they're the more settled team, and they've been playing better form. It's just, you never know, right? Because Teddy could pop off. Manu could have a game. If Manu goes off, he can single-handedly win you a game. Angus Crichton has been really well. I feel as though players in the Roosters have been playing really well. Like Victor Raleigh, he's been really good. Angus Crichton, he's been a beast. Brandon Smith, I feel as though is getting better and better. Terrell May, he's been super good. He's one of my favourites for most improved in terms of forwards. super consistent. His minutes might not be, but I feel as though he makes a big difference. But I just feel as though they can't. I can't tell if they can't quite put it together, or it's just the teams that they've been playing. I don't know. But yeah, look, based on that, you know what? I will go the Dragons. Better. They've just been on better form. Zach Lomax has been an absolute machine, and I just don't know what these Roosters are. I'm going to say in a close one, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to another drop kick. So if I had to give you a score, I'll roll with the Dragons winning. Final score, let's go 25-24.
Oh, nice. Okay. I think I'm gonna go Roosters. We're gonna go Roosters. What do I think the scoreline will be? I'm gonna go 26-20 final score to the Roosters. All right. For the final game, and bloody, like, this is just, what do we call it? A smorgasbord of games tonight. Closing out our Thursday night, our ANZAC game, is Melbourne Storm, and what is traditionally against the Warriors, but controversially no longer a thing because Melbourne didn't want to give up a home game to accommodate the Warriors coming home for ANZAC Day. Very anti-ANZAC spirit of you, Melbourne. But anyway, that's okay. I think this game is going to be a bit of a one-sided affair. The Storm haven't looked superb this season, but they've been very consistent and they've been able to keep themselves in the game for the full 80 minutes. And the minute you take your foot off the gas, that's when Melbourne pounce, and that's how they've managed to win a few of their games this season. It's good to see Jai Gray getting some more run time in the absence of a suspended Latrell Mitchell. I kind of like Jai Gray, man. He looks like exactly what you need in a fullback for this Bunnies team. I'd prefer to see Latrell go into the centre, get rid of Isaiah Tass, just keep Jai Gray at the fullback spot, and then give Latrell the license to roam, and let him spook around at the back there and bang bang do some Latrell magic. What I need to see from the Storm is I need to see a little bit more from Cam Munster. He's had a slow start to the season since coming back from his injury. I know Queensland will still probably pick him because, that's what they do. They just pick and stick. But I'm thinking, his form lately isn't that great. And probably, when he does get picked for Queensland, he throws on that maroon jumper. He'll have, a game of his season, and he'll put, everything on the line, put the team on his back, and, pull something out of the hat. That's just the magic that he is. But yeah, I'd like to see him, step up a little bit more on this Melbourne side and give us something on week to week because, you're letting two down. Two thought you'd be Dally M of the year. So far we're getting nothing from him. But hey, the rest of the team's stepping up when they need to. In terms of team stats, last year the Bunnies won a game against Melbourne and then Melbourne won the second game. But the Bunnies team from last year is a totally different team to this year. In saying that, we get to see the return of Damien Cook to the starting lineup for the Bunnies after a small sabbatical last week. But I think that comes out of what's the word I'm looking for? Necessity, I think, because in the last Bunnies game a couple of weeks ago, they lost almost the entire bench for 15 minutes. They had no subs except for bloody is it George or Tom, one of the Burgesses. He was the only one on the bench. The only sub they had because they lost Cam Murray went down for HIA. They lost Jai for a bit for HIA. Their winger went down with a collarbone issue. And then another one of their forwards went down. So it was, everything that could go wrong did go wrong that game. And then obviously there was also that cloud over his head that this was JD's final game as the Bunnies coach. So that also was a thing going on. So yeah, it was an ugly night for the Bunnies, and their woes continue. And will they continue this week? I think so. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, look, I've got the Storm winning this one, and I would say probably quite comfortably. Had I known Munster's injury and how bad it was, I definitely would not have picked them to win the Dally M, but it is what it is. And I heard he's still not quite 100%. Even he admits he's not at 100%. So, but it goes into why he's playing, not as good as we expect him to be. But it doesn't matter when you got that number 7 Jerome Hughes just playing lights out.
Yeah.
He has just been a beast for the Storm this year, pretty much taking control of the show. And they always talk about the Harry Grant, Munster, and Pappenhuisen. I always thought Hughes was the one that always got left out, but he's proving that no, he's just as good as that. And to me, he is. Like, I have him up there as one of the best 7s in the game.
Yeah.
Obviously Cleary's number 1, but I don't think, to me, Hughes is in that next level. And he's good, man. He's a game winner, and he's proving it this year. He's gotten him out of some sticky situations. He's just all class. So good to see him getting the flowers he deserves. But to this Rabbitohs team, I don't know. My rookie was back finally, or the winger, and then he lasted, 10 minutes? Broken collarbones. Oh, I did not see that coming. So gutted for him. And my other rookie can't even crack the team anymore. Tallis Duncan. Poor guy. Sometimes you think someone's ready and they're not. Maybe Tallis Duncan, this might be the best thing to happen to him, to get dropped and then to make his way back into the team. I think when he gets another chance, he'll be a little bit more ready. I think a little bit better prepared. But Jai Gray, he's tiny, eh? Like, he's super short, but he gets the job done. I'm with you, bro. Latrell Mitchell to the centres. Jack White to 6, Cody Walker to 7. You got to try something, right? Why not just have your best players in positions where they get the dang ball and then just go from there? Everything fall into other places. Damien Cook back at 9, fair enough. How long does he have on his contract? Because they need to make changes, and he's on some pretty good coin for Oka. I wouldn't be surprised if they start offloading people if it doesn't turn around. And Damien Cook could be one that's on the outer, so keep an eye out for that one. You got Jai Arrow off the bench. What's this, his second game back? Well, So I mean, they need him. Well, they need a lot of things, to be honest. But, yeah. Isaiah Tass, Tane Milne, I'm not a fan of those two. I think they are fringe NRL players. I think they do better in New South Wales Cup. But
I thought you were going to say Super League.
Nah. Well, maybe that's where they need to go to. But man, what could have been if Campbell Graham wasn't injured and out for pretty much the whole year? And even AJ's injury, he's still injured.
Yeah,
because he's not there. Yeah. Well, I mean, he wasn't at 100% anyway, right? Because he was getting dusted by all the wingers.
Bro, he was getting smoked.
Yeah, old AJ as we were calling him. You never know, because the Rabbitohs team, right? They could fire up, and on their day they can beat anyone. But what we've seen from the Storm team is that they just find ways to win. They have won 3 games that they had no right to win. So this game,
they still wins.
Yeah, but they get it done right. And I don't feel they'll have to steal this one, because I think they're just going to dominate. You're just looking over the board. The bro Jack Howarth still can't crack it, but he's been named like 18th man for like every week, so he has to be there or thereabouts, right? Gotta be there. And Jonah Pezzett, he's off the bench, good. I mean, he's just going to be playing those Origin games, I reckon, and then give it a couple more years, maybe when Jerome Hughes leaves to go to the Gold Coast, apparently.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, there's that whole thing that he's moving back to Queensland.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens. And, I mean, they could certainly do with him, right?
Titans, though? Like, their winning culture isn't there. I feel like he'd be more inclined to go to the Dolphins.
I could see
At
him at
least
the
they look like
Dolphins.
they can win games.
Yeah. They got that young buck there at the Dolphins, so he's running pretty good, unless they shift him to 6. I don't see it.
Nah.
Um,
Hey, I mean, the Broncos are after a new 7.
just don't
If
think
he
you
will
can
take a pay cut.
afford him, eh? Yeah.
Nah. If they agree to a pay cut, we can afford everybody.
True that. But yeah, look, that's about all I've got on this team, mate. Rabbitohs up to, I have no freaking idea. Storm, they still wins, and I expect them to win this one quite comfortably. So final score, I'm going to go the Storm. Let's go 36 to the Rabbitohs 12.
That's generous. You're giving them 2 tries. I think in their past few games, I've seen them struggle to score a try. Look, their last performance versus the Sharks was their best performance. They've scored 22 tries. Yeah. Oof. Okay. So based off of the games they've had this season, they have a high score, then they have a low score. High score, low score, high score. So I'm going 10-34 to the Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going 10-34 to the Storm. And I don't think the Storm have lost an ANZAC Day game for a few years now, because they always play the Warriors, and the Warriors have been fairly sore the last few times we've seen them play. So, yeah, I've got to go with Melbourne on this one. Sorry, Bunnies fans. You ain't getting it done, especially not on ANZAC Day this year. Over to Friday night, we've only got one game on Friday. Man, it's going to be a boring night on Friday. I need those back-to-back games, man. They flow. What am I going to do now? Watch Union? I might watch some of the Sal's NBL. There's some good games currently. I've been enjoying what I've been watching. Loving the ears, loving the Nuggets. Those are my 2 teams. You'd be the Fi, eh?
Yeah, the Fi. I haven't actually been to a game or even watched a game. More of a Nuggets fan, though. Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, only because I've played with a few of them, or played against a few of them, more so than anything. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I love the Nuggets, mainly because of my love for City Rice. Let's go, City Rice. Let's go. Shout out to the boys at City Rice. Tommy G, what's good, brother? Anyway, back to Friday, tomorrow night, 10 p.m. at 4 Pines Park. I hate saying 4 Pines Park. It's like a tongue twister. How fast can you say 4 Pines Park? Manly Sea Eagles take on Parramatta Eels. There you go.
Pretty good.
There we go. So, I don't know what it is about this Parramatta team. We thought they were good. They had one good game. We thought, yeah, look, they showed some passion. And then they played the Dolphins. And the Dolphins were beat down and beat up. They have no Herbie. They have no Felice Kafusi. They have no Thomas Flegler. And they got beat down. That was disgraceful, man. Oh, I think they had 20 minutes of just back-to-back scoring, the Dolphins. There was a try every 4 minutes for the Dolphins. That's not one full set, and they're scoring again. It was painful to watch. I didn't even watch the second half. And I looked at my cash out, and I was like, oh, should I cash out? Oh, wait. And then they scored another try, and I looked at my cash out. It was less than what I paid for the tickets. I was like, I'm just going to leave it. We're going to have $0. That's what you get for putting money on Parramatta. They're just having an up and down season. I don't know what it is. The minute they lost Mitchell Moses, this team hasn't looked the same. And you know the whole saying, there's no iron team. Well, there's bloody Mitchell Moses in team. He is the heartbeat. He is the soul. Look at what Penrith has done without Cleary. They still managed to get wins. Without Moses, you'd think Parramatta could still chalk up at least a few wins. Look what we've done without Reynolds. We've still been able to chalk up wins without Haas, without Piakura, without Walsh for a bit. We still managed to chalk up wins. Come on, Parramatta. What are you doing? over to Manly. It was a great bounce back win for them last week. They needed it. It was a tough win. They almost didn't win, and they shouldn't have won, but it would have been good for the confidence to get that win after that draw against the Warriors. Their defense in that second half against the Warriors let the Warriors back in. And then obviously the penalty against Shaun Johnson kept the Warriors alive in Golden Point. Manly looked like it was close to going to Golden Point again, and they got over the line and put them ahead. They learned a lot from that game. We gave Luke Brooks flowers early on in the season. As the season progresses, so does the fatigue. So he may have had a game off. Ethan Bullymore, always hear his name. He just reminds me of the blood man against the Warriors. I cannot look at him and not think of that bloody nose that he had against the Warriors, and now he's just the blood man. Tommy Trebojevic, he's doing bits. I think I need to see a bit more from him, especially if he wants to put his hand up for fullback for Origin, because I believe it's an open spot. Madge has said he is guaranteeing nobody a spot. So it's open season, and Tom Trebojevic should be doing a lot better than what he is at fullback. Otherwise, you might see someone like Dylan Edwards take that spot. Tommy T, I've got some money on you, my boy. Go out there and score us a try, brother. I need it. Go work your magic. You got a couple of tries against the Warriors, so go again. Ola Kawatu, he's having another great season this year. Hopgood, he's doing bits, man. I'm enjoying what he's doing this season. Yeah, Brown, he's up and down. I don't know. I don't know what it is about this Parramatta team. I can't get behind them. They've lost a lot of mana since they lost Mitchell Moses, and you don't really see that happen too often from a team, especially a team of that caliber. With the forwards as good as they have, they've got backs that can do bits, but I guess without great direction, without the orchestrator, you struggle. So, yeah, I've got to go with Manly in this game. I think Manly are looking to sort of say last week against the Titans wasn't good enough. We really need to step our game up this week against the Parramatta Eels to sort of solidify our space in the top 8 moving forward.
Yeah, look, I actually think this game won't even be close. What the Eels put up last week is just unacceptable. So I'm out on them. They done did it. I'm done with them. They can come talk to. I'll talk to them when Mitchell Moses is back. But what I've seen is just not it. The fact that they've gone with their. This is the third half pairing now in 4 weeks. Shows you just where they are. And this guy, what is his name? Ethan Sanders. Is he the one that just signed to go to the Raiders? I think he might be. I'm not 100% on that. But and the word on the street is he's a quality 7. And we know Dylan Brown's a quality 6, but for some reason in this game they're named at the opposite side. So you think they would just put Sanders at 7 and put Dylan back to 6. Clint Gufferson, I feel sorry for him. Rumour has it he's carrying an injury as well. So it's just not looking good. And as good as their forward pack is, it just doesn't matter. I can't see a world where the Eels win this, but you never know, bro. Like I said a few times last week, I couldn't see where a team would win, and they pulled it out. Maybe the Eels just go up and down, but I just like this. I just like Manly more. Tommy at the back, Saab, Talo. I think the difference for me in this game is Cherry Evans. His ability to control the game with his kicking. I think that's where this game's going to be won for the Manly. Just his ability to imprint.
The game against the Eels, the Seagulls, that Mitchell Moses got injured this season? In round 3?
Would not have a clue, if I'm being honest with you. Would not have a clue. Quick look. But, look, you got, Matty Lodge and Nathan Brown coming off the bench. So it's a pretty good bench for Manly. And how long has the youngest has all been out for, Travojevic?
I think. Well, I've seen in the fantasy forums, but a lot of people troll over there. They say he's back next week, but I think there's some people saying that it's again inconclusive TBC.
Oh, okay. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, I think Manly back at home against up and down Eels team. This is a chance for Manly to build on their season. And when you get games like this, where you know a team isn't playing to the best of their ability, you have to capitalize. It's hard enough to win games in the NRL. You got to take your chances when you can, and you got to take the points when they're on offer. And this will go a long way to set up Manly's season, and this will go a long way to ending the Eel season. And maybe there needs to be a talk about that coach of theirs or Arthur. He's been there. I read saying he's one of the longest tenured coaches, like 10 years at Eels. Like obviously you
True.
have Bellamy and Trent. I'd say those two would easily be the longest tenured, right?
Yeah.
But then after those two, I think it might be Brad Arthur's been here the longest. But yeah, at the end of the day, I've got Manly winning this one. I'm going to say quite comfortably. Daily Cheers to win player of the game. Final score, we will go with 30. Wait, 30? Yeah, we'll go 30-6, dominant fashion.
Right. So just to get back to you, Ben's due back round 10. And it was against Manly in round 3 that Mitch Moses suffered a foot fracture that has him out for half the season. So yeah, those two players won't be back for a little while. Yeah, I'm like you. I do know that Parramatta have won their previous 2 matches against Manly, with the second being against them in round 3 earlier in the year. But look, without Mitch Moses, this team is a completely different side. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. This season doing this podcast has kind of turned me into like a Manly appreciator. Because I know before this, I had no idea, who even is a Manly fan. Turns out I now know 2. I told you I knew 1. I now know 2. One of the cousins, he's a Manly guy. I'm like, why Manly's up? Gee, I don't even know. I just liked their Pepsi logo when I was a kid. And I've been stuck with that team ever since. I was like, bro, fair enough. That's a great reason. So yeah, for the cousin Izzy, I'm picking Manly. He'd probably go, don't, you've got bad luck. I'm going Manly. 34-20 at Four Pines Park Stadium. Where are we off to now? It's Super Saturday, but it's not very super. It's like just a Saturday, I guess. Starting us off in Campbelltown Sports Stadium, Sydney, the West Tigers take on the mighty, the electrifying Brisbane Broncos. This is going to be a good game, I think. What I learned from the Tigers last week against the Panthers is they're not a team that are looking to beat you every game. They're just a team that are trying to hang around and put their best foot forward each game and just try and stay and find some consistency. What let them down against the Panthers is the errors they made that allowed the Panthers prime attacking position. And that's kind of how they sort of put the foot on the gas and kind of held it down on their throat. So they would have learned a lot from that game. They showed a lot of heart, a lot of class, and I'm liking these Tigers. Vince, you've got a team of the future. You don't have a team right now, but you've got a team of the future. I don't know what Luai's going to do to make it any better, but you got to keep hold of Stefano. You got to keep hold of Galvin, Papali'i. Keep those Fainu. They're good. Alex Twal, he reminds me of like a clone of Robbie Farah. Like if you try to clone him and you just messed it up somehow, you get Alex Twal. But some big storylines for the Brisbane Broncos. We get to see the return of primetime Dean Mariner, the captain Adam Reynolds, and my guy Payne motherfucking Haas. Payne motherfucking Haas is back. I've held on to him since he went down in round 3 on my fantasy team. So good to see him back. So good to see him back. Oh, that's right. Brendan Pearcott is back as well. I don't know for how long, but he's back. Which sees Kobe Hetherington pushed to the bench. Has he always been on the bench? No, it was Hunt that was starting, eh? Was Hunt on the bench? I can't even remember now. But
yeah. Oh shit, I don't have a clue.
that was one of them. Fletcher Baker finally on the bench, but only because Payne's there. But I'd love to see our boy Willison starting in prop alongside Payne Haas. Him and Haas, I reckon, are going to make a mean propping duo. I know we're not going to get to see that because Billy's kind of like a pick and stick kind of guy. And apparently we're signing 2 more second rowers, one from Cowboys, and we're trying to get another one from Penrith, which makes 0 sense to me because we've got Jordan Ricky and Brendan Pearcott. We got, the Māoris in the middle. Chew. We've also got, Xavier Willison coming through the ranks, and we've got Ben Takuta coming up as well. So there's only 13 starting spots. What's Kevy up to? I've seen a few Broncos posts in the forums, not from the Broncos, sorry, but fans going, what are you doing, Kevy? We don't have much salary left in the salary cap. We've still got local talent that we still need to sign. What are you doing? What are you doing? So no one knows, and I'd hate to see Xavier go to the Dolphins. That would piss me right the fuck off. If he goes to the Warriors, yeah, kapai, whatever. But if he goes to the Dolphins, I'll be close to burning my Broncos jerseys if he goes to the Dolphins. I'll be close to burning them. How many players can we let walk from this team? Man, I'm getting sick of it. We're not even winning premierships like Penrith. I understand Penrith. They're winners. We ain't won nothing. Corey Oates stays in the lineup this week because Jesse Arthurs is... Salmon Cobbo, sorry. Salmon Cobbo's injured. Jesse Arthurs has been moved to the centre. Corey Oates on the wing. And Jock Madden is still in the team because Ezra Mam's out. Interesting. Jesse in the centres. Interesting. Where's Pereira? What are we paying him for? Just to sit on the bench? What are we paying him for? Corey, I love you. You're a great Bronco. You serviced us for how many years? Put Pereira on the damn field, man. Put him on. We ain't going to see him this season because once Selwyn's back in, Jesse's back on the wing, and Corey goes to the bench. This was the time to let him shine, man, while Dean was injured. I'm not happy, Kevy. I'm not happy. Broncos for life, Kevy. You're a wicked player. But Kevy, sort it the fuck out, mate. The Tigers actually got a win against us last year, 32-18. But in our first meeting, we pumped them 46-12. And we've been on a roll. I've got Reese Walsh scoring a double, hitting us with the "What's up, brother?" So yeah, one of those 2 celebrations we're going to expect to see. Maybe we'll see both because he's scoring a double. I've got Broncos winning by a landslide, 36-12.
Jeez. Look, fair enough too. I mean, your boys are coming off a dominant victory last week against the Raiders, and it's the lonely Tigers he's going against.
Uppy all alone Tigers.
They're coming back. Well, I just hope it's an entertaining game, man. One with heaps of tries, probably to the Broncos. Good to see the old Super Rugby player Solomona Alaimalo gets his shot. It's his debut, I believe, on the wing there for the Tigers. So good to see him there. Lachlan Galvin. I just had a look on Zero Tackle. It reckons he's signed there till 2026. So
is that Galvin?
Yeah, Galvin. Yep, he should be there for a little bit, which is crack up because who's the other one? What's his name? The one that's not playing, Sullivan. Yep. He's there till the following year, 2027. He can't even crack the team. which cracks me up. And who's the other one?
And-
Caesar, eh?
Yeah,
Caesar.
and Galvin wants to re-sign. He wants to return the faith that Benji's shown him. There's been articles saying that he's ready to commit as soon as the club is.
Oh, good on him. And then for Aiden Caesar, they just got a mutual option for next year. So that means he ain't coming back.
He'll probably walk.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
Nah. And also Stefano's contract is interesting, right? If he doesn't, he's got to make, 2 out of the 3 Origin games? Or they have to make the top 8?
Yeah. Oh, is that what MO stands for? Mutual option? Because that's what it's got here. Sure. He's got a... Yeah. Well, but will he leave, though? Like... Happens, sure, I mean, maybe he goes to Penrith, but if you're leaving the Tigers, right, to go to Penrith or who was the other team, the Storm, you're taking a pay cut, right? They can't afford you on what you're getting paid there, surely.
Nah, they can't.
I don't know, man.
Plus, I don't see him not making Origin. Who's a prop better that you'd start over him?
Who do I have?
Mitch. Is Mitch Kenny? He's New South, eh?
Yeah, but he won't. Oh, actually, I don't know. I just don't have him anywhere near the team on Mitch Kenny.
True. Who's your props? Payne and...
Oh, Payne, Jake Juranovic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'd say they'll be starting, maybe. But Stefano, you think would be thereabouts? Where else could they go? I mean, you've got the Eels boys, but they're playing like shit.
Yeah.
Terrell May, maybe. I really like him,
Yeah.
But I don't think
he'll be a bench player.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He'll be a bench player. Spencer Leniu, if he didn't call someone a certain something, I would have said he'd be there or thereabouts as well.
Well, if he had been playing games, yeah.
Yeah, but he wants to say silly stuff, so he doesn't quite...
Mitch
Barnett,
are you
isn't
still
he
allowed to train
himself?
with the team? Yeah, that's what I said. Mitchie.
Yeah. He deserves to be thereabouts as well. I think if you're suspended, you can, right? Must be, surely. I think you just can't play.
Ah, right.
But if you get like an indefinite suspension, then... yeah, you probably can't even get in the building.
Oh, the 3-year Sherry suspension.
Yeah. Yeah, he couldn't even... Well, he couldn't even do anything like rugby league at all. Like, he couldn't play club rugby. He couldn't train club rugby.
Same with Carney,
Yeah, they were just... couldn't do anything to do with the sport. Uppy, yeah, I expect them to be... Oh, look, they finally got Bateman at 13. It just took them forever. I like it, man. You know, you need good players around the ball. And he brings a little bit of something different. He plays like an offbeat, I reckon, you know. Plays to his own, like, drum, so... But he is going up against the man... Paddy Carrigan, who's just on another level.
This is a question I'd like to pose to you.
Absolutely dominating.
Do you think Paddy will still dominate with the return of Haas? Because we know his work rates increased in the absence of Haas, which is probably why he's made every week team of the week so far. Can we see Paddy hit that again?
Yeah, I think so. He's just that good. If anything, it makes him even more dangerous because now he's got Payne Haas next to him and he doesn't have to do everything. You know, he can just play off the back and maybe pick his moments even more.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, yeah. But no, he's just ridiculous, man. Either way I see it, I see the Broncos winning this. Sorry, Tigers. Sorry, Vince. Another one where I don't see it. Hopefully the Bro goes well, debuting on the wing. But yeah, I think the stretch is the Tigers. They just showing you that they're still a young team, got a long way to go. Definitely improved from last year. I don't think they're gonna be the wooden spooners. But yeah, there will be those growing pains. I think they'll be going through the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Broncos on this one comfortably. Final score. Let's go. 38-10.
Nice. It's a good high scoring game. Over to the main event of the Saturday night. We've got I don't know what to call them, Cowboys going up against the Panthers at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. That's a long name. You need to change that. Up there in Townsville. Cowboys coming off a thrashing last week at the hands of the Sharks. They were lucky to get that consolation try. They were almost going home in their undies. It was not fair. Sharks were relentless. Pretty much from the outset, they just went bang, bang, bang. So, I mean, if that's against the Sharks and Nathan Cleary's back this week, good luck, Cowboys fans. I don't even know what to say, man. It's going to be a tough game for the Cowboys, especially, the confidence is bound to be rocked after last week, getting hammered by the Sharks. So something's got to change. What is it? Where is it? How can we step up? Because we know that the Panthers are going to come hard and fast. They're going to be relentless through the middle. They're going to hold you back when you got possession of the ball. You're going to barely make it over the 30 if the Panthers are playing as they were in the first few rounds of the season. If, however, the Cowboys, and I don't know how they're going to do it, are able to match the intensity of the Panthers, and I think I've just noticed in the lineup, I think this is how they're going to do it. They got, Griffin Neame starting. He's named to start. So hell, my tune might be changing a little bit and supporting our brother, Griffin Neame. Bro, if anyone knows this guy, can you get him on the show for us? Can you just tell him to reach out to us? We don't have people, so you can't tell his people to reach out people. He just needs to send his people to us personally. And we'll set up an interview because, man, we need Griffin Neame on the team, man. Golly. Oh, I'm so stoked to see it. Man, that's just made my night. Hooray. Happy ANZAC Day, whānau. Griffin Neame starting. Let's go. Oh, he took Tomalolo's spot. Tomalolo's on the bench. Bazu. Lucky Eels. Anyway, back to the story here. Where are we going? James Fisher-Harris, he's willing to put it all on the line for the Panthers this season before he heads back home to the Warriors next year. To be honest, man, I think he might give too much this season, and he might be a bit battered and bruised when he gets to the Warriors. I don't think they're going to get the James Fisher-Harris, the Lamborghini version. I think they're going to get the Wish version, the Temu version, man. Because he's been a soldier for this Penrith side for how many years now? He's not no spring chicken. How old is Uncle? Let me have a quick look. He is 28. Oh, so he's still fairly young. He's not too old in terms of league. 30s is when you start hitting them rough years. But what? So that means he's got maybe 2 years left of prime? 2 years, maybe 3 years left of prime? All right. I'm interested. It's a storyline I'll keep watching. But yeah, I think, the Panthers still have some of the best forwards in the comp currently. It's hard to match that intensity that forward pack come with. The way they just tackle so aggressively and, really hold you down, and they are a physical force to be reckoned with. It's hard to watch. When I was watching them play against my Broncos, man, when they smashed Reese with the headbutt, I was just like, man, they're such an aggressive force. The only reason you score is because they make mistakes, really, or they are having an off game where their intensity isn't where it should be. Because I think that's where the Panthers win their games, is when they're aggressive from the outset, and it lasts. I think it was against the Broncos, it took us 30-something minutes to score our first try. Same again the next week. I can't remember who it was against, but it took 30 minutes. I think it was the Roosters, 30 minutes for them to score another try in the first half. So when the Panthers are rolling you like that, it's hard to get any momentum. And the Panthers, looked like a way better team than the Sharks, and the Cowboys weren't that great against the Sharks. So, yeah, I've got to go with the Panthers this week. Just yeah, even I'm sorry, Griffin. I'm sorry, brother, but I've got to go with the Panthers. I'll be watching this game. I'll watch this game. I want to see how good Griff goes in starting. Normally he's coming off the bench, so he must be doing bits to be able to start for the Cowboys, and it's well deserved. He really blew up on my radar last year playing for the Kiwis, and ever since he scored that try in that game we watched at the burger joint, he's always been in my head going, he's my next favorite player, man. He's my next favorite player. So yeah, Griffin, Neame, go hard, brother. Good luck for that game. I know you're not listening, but good luck, brother.
Sorry. Yeah, look, after what the Cowboys did last week, they're another team that's following real closely to the Eels, and they might just piss me off so much to where I'm saying you're out as well. But they can still do it on their day. Obviously, on their day, they're good enough to beat anyone. But I just don't see it against this Panther team. You got Dylan Edwards, who, if we were picking New South Wales team, he would be my fullback. He's just that good. I think he's an elite player. Well, he's definitely an elite player, and it's pretty hard to not say him as the best fullback along with old Reese Walsh. And then you got the return with Nathan Cleary, the best player in the game. It's going to make it even harder. Look, we talked about it today, and you've mentioned a few times James Fisher-Harris hasn't had his greatest season. But I think now that he's sorted out his contract, I think he'll play with that passion and he'll be a lot more free up knowing that everything's sorted now and he's just free to just play his game. So I expect them to be back to his damaging best. But yeah, good to see the old Cuzzy getting the starting spot for the Cowboys, rightfully so. He's been a consistent player, I feel. And then you've got that second rower, the one with the long name, Kulikifu Fina.
Finifuyaki.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just signed to the Dolphins.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Nah. Bro, how much salary cap they got? All of it.
No, because they just re-signed. Who's the other tour? Oh, Helium or Halem Lukey.
Oh, Helium.
He just been re-signed by the Cowboys. So pretty much the Dolphins were just waiting.
Finifuyaki is pretty good. I like what he's been up to this season in the absence of Helium.
Yeah, well, you have Nanai and Lukey as your second rows for the next. I think it was like a long contract too, like 3-4 years maybe. So the bro's gonna have to come off the bench, or you could just go play for the Dolphins. Who Kafusi probably going to be retiring soon. And who's the other second row? Another old dude. So yeah. But
second rower.
Look, Tamalolo, I know the Bulldogs need a prop, but honestly, if I keep hearing talks about those knees, I think we might want to pass on you. Because I like what our forward pack's been doing, man. We're small, but boy, we get the job done. I think we work more as a unit as opposed to individuals. We like to fight for each other, and our defense, our line speed's been really, really good. But yeah, look, I mean, the only way the Cowboys score points, right, really, is through Scott Drinkwater and Dearden. Dearden's looking good, man. I think if Munster isn't there, he could be getting the call up, and I wouldn't be too surprised if I think he'll be in the team anyway. I just don't know if he makes like the 17. But
I feel like he's definitely going to be on the radar to start if Munster, doesn't perform too well in game one. Then I think they might pull it. But I don't Queensland's the loyal team. They don't really drop players. They stick with them until they perform, and then they just have miracle games out of nowhere. I think putting Munster in Origin, like I say, like Dearden deserves that jersey. 100% he deserves it based off of form. He should be the starting 6.
Mm-hmm.
but it's Munster. We've seen Munster become a hero at Origin level multiple times, or a villain, depending on which side of the fence you're on. Yeah, look, I just don't see him not getting selected unless he's injured. And currently he's not injured. So hopefully it stays that way. But yeah, Dearden deserves it. But yeah, I think Munster will get it. Also, when's Griffin off contract?
Oh, just had it. Give me a little bit. Where's your team name?
Bulldogs should throw the bag at Griffin. I reckon Griffin would suit.
Nah, I think he's re-signed, if memory serves me.
I
could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he re-signed not too long
ago. Like a big dog that just gets shit done up the middle, like a no-nonsense forward. That's what the Bulldogs pride themselves on.
Actually,
is a no-nonsense forward.
I reckon we can talk to him at the end of the year.
Bro, come on, Bulldogs. Like, I love him being at the Cowboys, and I think it suits him, but, man, imagine him at the Bulldogs.
We do need a big bopper forward. Not saying that I don't like Max King or Josh Curran. He's been a get for us, or even the bro Sam Hughes, but I feel as though if we get the Cuzzy or Neame over, it will put one of them to the bench where I feel they have a bigger impact. Yeah, like going against those tired forwards. But yeah, I mean, I definitely won't say no. Just a matter of how much he wants and whether we can pay him. But yeah, apparently according to Zero Tackle, next year. So yeah, this year, then next year, and then he's got nothing after that.
See, because this is my thing. If NRL jerseys had players' names and numbers on the back, and you could buy them in the shop, I'd get me a Neame Bulldogs jersey just to rip the Cuzzy. I'd have that hanging up the back. Get me my Neame. Bro, I'm like, why do you want a Griffin Neame jersey? That's a random ass player to have. Gee, we're on the Neame bandwagon. This is the Neame team. The Griffin Neame. Bro, anyone in the world, someone bring that boy on the show, man. We want to give this fella his flowers early. Is this his first proper start? Or he's probably had a start last year when injuries occurred, but
yeah, I think either because he's been in the NRL for a bit now, right? But I think 1 year he was just injured for most of it. But he's been quite consistent. I feel as though he's getting better and better, and he's in that Kiwi squad. So yeah, it's
He debuted against the Tigers round 22 in 2021.
Oh yeah.
He's only 23 years old.
Yeah, man, young buck. How do you even get scouted, bro, when you live in Greymouth?
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
The hell? What?
That's why I need this guy on this podcast. That's why we need him on this podcast, man. Just so we can be like, bro, Greymouth?
I know,
how do you get scouted out of Greymouth?
What are you even doing playing league? Greymouth? What?
Yeah, because he actually played for Suburbs Rugby League Club in Greymouth. It's not like he came from Union. True. He actually played league.
Because you would think, right, that's the only way, but that's pretty much how all the ones from, Aotearoa started, right? They all get picked up quite early in Union, shifted over there, and then, to know that he generally played league is crack up in Greymouth. That just blows my mind.
We'll take it, brother. We'll take it, man. And it's good to see another solid Kiwi boy doing bits.
Yeah.
We make him an honorary Māori. That's why we call him Neame. He's an honorary.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I think he'll actually have a good game. I hope he does, but it doesn't matter because he's going to get smoked. Final score, I'm going to go, or maybe not smoked, but I do think Panthers win this one and win it quite comfortably. I'm going to go final score Panthers. We're going to go 24-6.
I'm going to go 24-12.
Yeah.
Just because 12 and 12 is 24, so I was just like, let's go.
I can see it.
Yeah, so that's our final predictions from the Long Air Stadium name in Townsville. Over to why are they get a home game at my home stadium? Brisbane Dolphins playing at the Broncos' home field, Suncorp Stadium, taking on the Newcastle Knights. Like, what are they? Just like our deval team, just using our stadium. They're like the NRL's Clippers. They're like the LA Clippers, G. Build your own stadium. Get you a Stephen Ballmer. Anyway, look, the Dolphins, man, they proved me wrong last week. They proved me wrong. I will put my hand up and apologise. Like, I give them shit because it's just, friendly banter. You're allowed to with a rival team like that. They're probably the only team that can kind of rival us in Queensland at the moment. The Cowboys, meh. The Titans, So the Dolphins are the next best thing, and so it feels kind of, useless bagging on the Titans because they can't do much. But yeah, I'm liking what they're doing together. Max Plath had a great game last week. He was, inches away from being the person to knock Paddy Carrigan off the mountain. Not even Isaiah Yeo has been able to knock the Patrick Carrigan off of that top spot of the team of the week. He might as well just be our player of the month, I think. Patrick Carrigan, just from how many team of the weeks he made. Here's that other second rower, Ewan Aitken. So yeah, another old guy. Trey Fuller had a great game in the weekend. Scored a try. I think he scored one. Yeah, maybe two. I don't know what to say about this team. They're just putting up numbers. Yeah, they didn't get it against the Broncos, but it's us who. The Cowboys didn't get a win against us for 10 years, I think it was. From 1995 when they first came into the league, they got 2 draws, but they didn't beat the Broncos until they had that grand final year in 2005. So there's a fun fact. I hope that streak continues against the Dolphins. The biggest takeaway, though, is no Kalen Ponga, and he won't be around for a while. No Jack Hetherington either. We've always said it. The Knights need Ponga to be successful, but they also need to support him to be successful. Now he ain't even there. So I don't even know how this team operates. It's going to be interesting because it's going to be a whole new dynamic, a whole new kind of je ne sais quoi. I don't know. It's just a different vibe. It's going to be a different vibe without Kalen Ponga there. And I guess that answers that whole question about who's going to be the starting fullback for Queensland. It's going to be Reese Walsh because, unfortunately, Kalen Ponga's not there. I had Ponga on the wing, actually, in my idolised Queensland lineup with Cobbo in the centres just because that's the way I decided to run it. But, yeah, Bradman Best is having a good season. Could definitely see him getting the call up. But yeah, I don't know what it was last week, man. Just they struggled.
They really smoked really is what happened. Trash.
Yeah, I can't pinpoint it. I did say to you though, the Bulldogs should win against the Knights because the Knights have been struggling to figure out what they are. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be that much of a thrashing. So I can't even say what the Knights need to do to be better. I've got to go with the Dolphins on this one. The Dolphins have only lost their last 5 games. Have only lost 1 game, and that was against us. You're welcome, NRL fans. We will do the hard jobs. Dragons can't do it. Titans can't do it. Tigers can't do it. Eels can't do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do the hard mahi. But yeah, look, I've got to go with the Dolphins. I'm going 36-20 over the Newcastle Knights, and that's being generous to the Knights, giving them a few points. I think Bradman Best will step up. I'm hoping Dane Gagai steps up a bit. I'd like to see a stronger kicking game from Hastings, and I'd like to see Cogger run the ball a bit more. Oh, no, it's not Cogger, fucking Gamble.
Yeah, look, this is probably going to be a short one, eh? Dolphins have been killing of lately. Isaiah Katoa at 7 is really coming to his own, and he's really looking good. Cody Nikorima is also looking good out there. But yeah, this Knights team I don't know up to, bro. David Armstrong, I don't even know who you are. Talking about that last game and what went wrong, honestly, I think it's the Knights forward pack didn't really set a good platform. And you can have all the star power in that back line, but if your forwards ain't winning the battle up front, they're just going to have nothing to work with. So the Saifidi brothers, they have to step up their game. Even the Cuzzy Leo Thompson, didn't have your greatest game. I think, honestly, they're missing Frizzell. I don't know how long he's out for, but they could really do with him back. Adam Elliott, I thought he was solid, but yeah, those forwards, I don't know, I felt we won that battle quite comfortably.
Oh, yeah.
And it went a long way to us winning. The halves with Hastings and Gamble, no one takes on the line, so you just don't have the threat. They just seem to be passes. Jackson Hastings, I thought when he came back from Super League, he was ripping it up over there, man of steel a few times. Probably one of the best, at the time, probably the best player not in the NRL. And yeah, look, he's kind of just seems like another 7 and not an elite 7. I don't know what it is, but apparently they had a fight, bro. Apparently there was a fight at training this week. Hastings and I don't know who the other player was, but something went down. Dan Gagai, they should be happy he's back. I thought he would have been really handy for them last week against us. Not that it would have mattered. Greg Marjuji, when you catch the ball off a kickoff, give it to a forward and stop trying to run it because we got you like 3 times. Idiot did like... Dumbass. Just pass the ball, you prick.
Greedy.
Greedy. I don't know what he was up to, but we got him like 3 times, I swear. One of them got overturned because they challenged it. Yeah, but I think it was twice that we hit him and boom, knock on. Yeah, David Armstrong, who the fuck are you? Phoenix Crossland, I thought was actually their best player last week. Because he got shifted from 9 to 6 because Ponga left, which Gamble went to fullback. And it looked good. He showed them like how to score pretty much. Like when he got the ball, he actually engaged the line. I'm just saying, when your halves actually try and engage the line and go out the back, I don't know. And don't be afraid to take a couple of runs, man. Just, you got to at least look like a threat or make it look like, stuff could happen as opposed to just passing the ball. Like, I get it if you're shifting it to get one of your good players early ball. Like, it makes sense if I've got Frizzell there, right? And I've got the ball and I just shift it to him to get early ball so he can make something happen. But if that's not the play, then, I don't know, do something. My boy Donahue's back on the bench. Yeah, big fan of him. Sullivan, I don't know what happened to him. He can't even crack the 17 anymore. I don't know if he did something or I think at the season he might have did something which made them not choose him first. No, actually, no, he did start and then he had like a shit game, I think. He had like 2 bad games, got dropped. And ever since then, it's been Katoa and Nikorima. And to be fair, bro, I don't see those 2 getting dropped anytime soon with the form they have.
Yeah, man, they're looking sharp.
Yeah, they're looking real good. And because of that, I'm going to go with the Dolphins winning this. The Knights pretty much only score because of Ponga and he's not there, so do they even score? Yeah, you would think so, right? But I've got the Dolphins winning this one as well. Final score, I'm going to go Dolphins 30, Knights. I'll give them 1 try, 6 points.
Nice. Well, there you go. That wraps up that game. To our final game of the round, because the Bulldogs had the bye this week. We go to Geo Stadium in Canberra. Now, it's going to be tough for Canberra for the next couple of weeks, or however long Jamal Fogarty's out. He was a central piece of that offense. He was guiding them around the park, his kicking game. He gets a lot more height on his kicks than Ethan Strange does. Shout out to our Māori boy, Ethan Strange, the brother of Jasmine Strange, my Māori. So we see Kyo Weeks stepping up into that 7 jersey. Like you said, too, thought he'd be getting the starting role over Strange, but Strange got named week 1 and hasn't been dropped since because he's just been playing phenomenal. Probably going to be rookie of the season Rookie of the Year this year. Chevy Stewart, I got to hand it to you, man. Fearless. Fearless is the word I'll give him. We're giving one-word nicknames to all these players. I'm giving the fearless one, Chevy Stewart. He made a few errors Saturday night against the Broncos. It was pissing down at Suncorp last weekend. Let the ball bounce a couple of times, and we got back-to-back tries. It was tough. It was a tough sled. There's nothing you can do about it. But his second half, he really stepped up and showed, this is why I'm here. This is what I was made for. So it was good to see him turn that first half performance around. I think the Raiders were hard done by in that final score last week because all of those points from the Broncos last week were scored in the first half. I think the halftime score was like 28-0. And then the Raiders came back in the second, I think it was. So, yeah. In the second half, they held us to 6 points. So that's one try, and then they scored their 10 points. So I was just trying to pull up all my stats. So yeah, I like Chevy Stewart, good player. I think he'll go well. It's just I don't know. You're losing your 7, and you've seen it with the Broncos losing and you see it with Parramatta. Losing your 7 is hard to bounce back from. Like, yes, you shouldn't build your whole team around one player, but a 7 is like that key piece that just keeps everyone in line. And, I expect Joey Tapine to be a bit more physical this week, get in there early and often. I'd like to see Smithies step up a bit more. Kale Edo looks like he's here to stay. He's been really performing well. As a fan, I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. And with the breaking news, I think it was yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago, Tuesday, I think it was, the breaking news of Dale Finucane's immediate retirement. Too many head knocks. Could see Talakai keep that spot off the bench as an impact player coming in doing damage through the middle rather than being the starting centre. But I just want to give a quick mihi out to Dale Finucane, man. What a player, what a legend of a guy, just workhorse of a man. He's exactly what you want. And every team he's sort of been like, a figurehead. He just gets out there, does his mahi, and he's won a couple of premierships, with Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's a Bulldog, then Melbourne, then Sharks, was it?
Yep.
There we go. So storied career with an unfortunate ending. We were hoping to see him back, but look, health is more important than the game. Hopefully there's no ongoing lingering effects. Hopefully this is, a precautionary retirement, and wish him nothing but the best for his future. Come join the practice run, brother. If you're looking for some money, nah. we got some vacancies. Havens, nah. No, just jokes. But yeah, look, the way the Sharks have been this season, man, Nico Hines, he's showing us why not pick him for Origin, man. He's been balling. I mean, he had, one game where he played 5 minutes and then everyone called for his head because he allowed a try? Come on, man. That was like the smallest sample size. If you took everyone's sample size to the one worst highlight, you'd kick everyone off the team. Ronaldo Mulitalo is on a new hot streak. I think in his past 3 games, he's scored a double in each one of them. So now he's on a 3-game double. And I think he's on maybe a 6-game scoring streak with maybe a 1-game interim in between. He's on a hot streak, that's for damn sure. I tried to pick him up in fantasy, and I was broke by about 30k, and I'm probably not going to be able to pick him up for a while. Kennedy, he's having a good season, and there's no Trindle this week with Daniel Atkinson taking his spot. Yeah. What do you reckon, bro?
Um, yeah, like the Sharks, right, coming off that dominant win last week, and the Raiders coming off that loss. But yeah, without the bro Fogarty there, it's going to be quite tough for them. And we get our first look at KO Weeks. We thought we'd see him at 6. We get to see him at 7. The Cuzzy Jordan Rapana still injured, eh? Can't see him named here. That's unfortunate. Because they kind of... I mean, they're lacking experience, right? You look at their spine. They're 1, 6, 7. Combined, they've probably played how many NRL games?
Chevy's, this is his 3rd NRL game. Strange, this is his what round are we in? 8th? So that's 11. And then how many has Kyle played?
I think he might have played a few for Manly last year, but I can't say he's played more than 10, right? So
maybe 12 appearances.
So what does that put them at? 20? Just 30?
Nah, 23.
I mean, come on. If it was other positions, I wouldn't be so worried, but the fact it's 3 of your most important, that's 3/4 of your spine, and combined have played less than 30 NRL games. That's just a recipe for disaster. You got the bro Trindle, Fano, don't drink and drive, okay? Right. I don't even know. And Trindle was on, bro, he was on a roll too, right? Like,
yeah, he was on form, bro.
And then to do something as stupid as that, brother.
Brother,
Don't get it, man.
Fano, yeah, look, hey, if you're having a few brews, call your mates, call your mum, call your dad, call a cab, do whatever you can. Make it home safely, eh? It's not worth the risk. He's lucky, you know. Imagine if it was something more severe, where it was a collision that he'd caused. That's something you can't live with.
And his replacement, Daniel Atkinson, I think he's I could be wrong about this, the fullback? He's someone, apparently he's got real high praises as well. So they're not too concerned if Kennedy goes down with an injury, because I think he's the next one coming through. But they've got him at 6. To be honest, I don't think it matters.
His 4th appearance total.
He'll be fine. I mean, as long as Hines is there running the show. You got that Hazelton. I'm becoming more of a more fan every week, eh? I said it in the start. I thought the thing that makes the Sharks so great is their bench. To me, they have the best bench, and it proved in those first 2 weeks, because when their bench forwards came on, when Hazelton used to come on with Rudolph, damn, it would make such a big difference. And now Hazelton's starting. And you got, is this Ueli's first game back? Oh no, or was it Royce Hunt that was starting and got injured? Might have been Royce Hunt, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, because Royce Hunt's the... Yeah. I think it was Royce Hunt starting, got injured. And then they had a few injuries. That's why I didn't pick the Sharks to win. And then they carved up. And ever since then, it's going to be hard to beat them with their forward pack. With Nicholas Hines running the show. Mulitalo playing out of his mind. And yeah, Ido, he's finally got his shot. And he's been taking it with 2 hands, man. He's been playing great. And I think at this point in his career, Talakai's just better off the bench. Just brings that energy. Brings that change of pace. But yeah, look, either way you look at it, I think it's just the Sharks game. I don't think you're ever going to win when 3/4 of your spine combined have played less than 30 games. I just don't see it. And for that reason, I'm going to go Sharks. I think they'll do it quite comfortably again. Far out. Am I picking another week where it's all just super one-sided? God damn.
But last week was all close games, pretty much, most of them.
Yeah, I think my multi actually did not too bad. It was just that Friday that screwed me over. Friday just
the Parramatta.
Yeah.
Or did you pick the Warriors as well, though?
I picked the Warriors, yeah. Those 2 games screwed me. And then Manly didn't cover the spread. but
Ah,
everyone
yeah.
else did.
Hit.
Yeah, everyone else hit. Yeah, I got the win and the margin on everyone else, except those 3 games. Yeah, but look, I'm going to go Sharks winning this one quite comfortably again. Let's see them put on a show. Oh, actually, Trina wasn't there. Maybe not put on as much of a show. I'm going to go 24 to... I might actually... I think out of all the games, if no one's going to score, it's going to be this game. I don't know
True.
why I feel that. Well, the only way I
Got
see
Mulitalo
the
for a
Raiders
double.
scoring is in their forwards. Or
I
if like
think
a...
Xavier Savage could get some points. He's been doing quite well.
Yeah,
He
but
could
how's he
probably
going
get
to
an
get his
Origin call
points,
up.
though? Like,
Savage.
yeah,
Sage.
yeah.
I think they're on the same side.
True that. I can't see it. Oh, I mean, I can see it, but I just feel if there's gonna be a game where no one scores, I think this might be it. The Sharks are a hard team to score against, man.
That's
Like,
true.
to
But
start
Chevy's pretty
with.
good too.
Yeah,
He's quick.
I think the only way the Raiders scores off like broken play,
Yeah,
or if like a
probably.
mistake. If it's structured, unless the forwards can dominate and get them into their 20 most of the time or attack his own. It's going to be tough. Anyway, I'm going to go Sharks. Final score 24. I'll give them a try. 6.
Funny you say that. Sunday, 3rd of September, 2023, 24-6 final score. Sharks winning. 31st of March, so they've already played each other. What round was that? 4 rounds ago. Round 4, they've played against each other, and that meeting was 36-22 to the Sharks. Without Fogarty, yeah, I'm going to go 38-16. I think they might get a couple of tries. I'm thinking one through the middle with Tarps, one with Chevy Stewart, and one with Savage. But I'm expecting another double from Mulitalo. My multi depends on it. So that wraps up our predictions for the week. Just going through it one last time. I've picked the Warriors over the Titans, but I'm saying just. I've got the Roosters over the Dragons. I've got the Storm over the Bunnies. I've got Manly over Para. Broncos over Tigers. To be honest, I'm never ever going to go against the Broncos. I've got the Panthers over the Cowboys, Dolphins over the Knights, and Sharks over the Raiders. And hopefully the Bulldogs get the win in the bye round.
Damn right we will, and it'll be a tough game. I have it the same as you. My only changes, I've gone with the Dragons over the Roosters. Yeah, so I've got Warriors, Dragons, Storm, Manly, Broncos, Penrith, Dolphins, and the Sharks.
Nice. Well, let's head over to our TAB section presented by 99 Dreams, empowering others to chase their dreams. Whaia te iti kahurangi is the slogan on all the portai. What a great slogan to have. Chase your dreams. Do you know the whole whakatauki? I can never remember the whole part of it. It was way too long ago, man.
Yeah, I think so. Whaia te iti kahurangi ki te tuahu koe mehe maunga teitei.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. That was so casual too. I like that. Anyway, my multi this week, I have gone for a mix-up head-to-head. I've gone with the Gold Coast Titans. I told you, punters, this is the game. If you're going to put money on Titans, this is the game. I've gone Gold Coast Titans. I've got Xavier Coates to score 2 or more tries versus South Sydney. And the way he's going, they probably will. We've got Lomax or Joey Manu to be the first, second, or third try scorer. Now, this is where I think my multi will bust. I'm not too sure if Manu or Lomax tonight will be our first, second, or third try scorers. But hey, there it is. That's what I've gone for. Tommy Talol to score a try and Manly to win. There's also another one where if I survive the Joey Manu or Zach Lomax one, that's where I'm like, I don't know. Might come off, it might not. I've got Reese Walsh to score 2 or more tries against the Tigers. The electrifying one normally scores in 2s and 3s, so he's due it. He's due it. I've got Taruva to score a try and Penrith Panthers to win. And I think in the past 4 games, Taruva's managed to score a try in each one of them, if not a double. I've got Dolphins winning the head-to-head and Ronaldo Mulitalo to score 2 or more tries. I put $10 on that, and the return is $109,801.12. If that hits, I highly doubt it will, but if that hits, I'm taking next week off. I'm not going to work. I am cooking me a mean feed of like steak, eggs, and chips on Sunday, and I'm sitting there. I'm sending this screenshot to all the boys going, Lego. But otherwise, this is pretty much just a $10 donation to the TAB if I'm being realistic. It's too many, what do you call it? Too many, what's that word?
What word?
Too many things that you need to happen, like probability. It's,
the opposite of Murphy's Law.
Yeah. It's too many, I don't even English well. Too many mea to come off for to work.
Oh my goodness.
What have you got for us, brother?
I just put a simple one this week. We're going all head-to-heads, so it doesn't have a great return like yours. If it hits, we'll still be at work because we can't even afford a holiday with this one. So we're just going head-to-head, and just what I said. So we got the Warriors, Dragons, Storm, Eagles, Broncos, Penrith, Dolphin, and Sharks. $10 on that multi gets you $150. So enough for a night out, I guess. Couple of boxes.
That's
be all
that's
good.
a couple of boxes and a feed.
We'd be
That's
on.
some gas to Taranaki.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's about all that's happening over here. Do I feel confident in it? I do actually, like semi-confident. But yeah, I think, we've been going for these home runs. This one I'm just trying to get on base, let's see if we can see a few balls, get on base, and then from there start building up this funds. Because if we're going to keep betting, I need to build up this poo tier.
Yeah. Facts. Hey man, look, if this one hits, I feel like that's it. I'm retiring. If this one hits, I'm retiring. Fano, let us know in the comments if you're hitting this. Let me know, or what adjustments would you make? I've probably got to lose it in the first game, to be honest. Warriors probably win, and then that's the end of that multi. That's the end of my $109,000 dream. No trips to Paris this year. No trip to the grand final for us. Just be watching it all from TV at home with a packet of Bluebird chips and some kiwi onion dip. No steaks, no eggs, no chips. Just sad packet of crisps. Oh man, but that's our TAV section presented by 99 Dreams, empowering others to chase their dreams. Whoo! Bit of a long episode today, Fano. Thank you all so much for tuning in and listening. Man, it was fun. It's good to have you back, brother. It was lonely the other day, man. It's hard to vibe when it's just you. And I know I say so much, I was even thinking about it, so then I learned to pause a bit, but that all went out of the window today. I'm like, but apparently it works. I was like, when you're conscious of it, you can stop. That's one thing I picked up from doing it on my own. But no, good to have you back, and glad your health is getting a little bit better, bro. And stay off the booze this weekend, man. Rest up. You need a rest. You need the rest. Otherwise, that's it from me, man. I'll throw it over to you because I hate concluding. I learned that on Tuesday. I do not want to conclude this on my own anymore. I can't do it. It's hard. I get it now. I get it. So yeah, I'm gonna throw it over to you. You conclude and wrap up with any last words, bro.
Yeah, well, speaking of good to be back. Sorry for the coughing, man. Just couldn't quite help it. But we soldiered on. Hopefully we'll slowly get better. I think we will. I think next week will be better. Definitely going to be laying off the booze for a bit and actually getting to watch all these games for once. So Fano, if you're tuning into an episode on Tuesday, it'll be a good one because I'll actually have analysis for us as opposed to leaving all the analysis to you and me just rolling with the storylines. But once again, we just want to shout out to our followers near or far. We always appreciate it. If you want to be part of the practice run, feel free to join. We're a community here. and we're hoping to grow along with our community. And one day, we'll be there. It's going to take a while. Hopefully, our bets come in so that we can actually do better things, upgrade this gear. I've been talking about it for ages now, but we'll get there, and we'll see everyone on Tuesday. Until then, cheer to the church, mā te wā.